Hi, my name is Sherry Holloway, and I'm Membership and Volunteer Services Manager with the Girl Scouts of Kansas Heartland. Today we're going to talk briefly about conflict resolution. Now this video course is only going to take a few minutes of your time, and it'll be here so you can come back and check it out anytime you want. Start and stop as you need to, but as I said, just a few quick minutes. Today our conversation is going to be about conflict resolution, and especially as it pertains to your role as a volunteer and the way you interact with other volunteers, with parents of our girls, and even with the girls themselves. Because as you know, it's very important the kind of example you model for our girls in the way that you deal with conflict, because a girl is always watching. At Girl Scouts, we want to raise generations of young women who are articulate and confident, and they can have conversations with people about things that are uncomfortable for them, or when they might feel angry or upset. And one of the best ways we can teach girls how to do that is by the example you set for them. So let's talk for just a minute about what we at Girl Scouts of Kansas Heartland refer to as courageous conversations. Now you'll hear us use that term a lot. That's because we really believe in it. And here's what it is in a nutshell. Courageous conversation is having the forethought to approach someone and have a discussion with them about something that is uncomfortable for you or for them or for you both. In other words, about a topic that you might feel angry about or hurt about or disappointed, or even something that you really have an opinion about, but you're nervous about sharing it. Being able to do that with another person is very courageous, and it takes a lot of courage to do that, and it takes a lot of thinking it through and effort, because sometimes we just haven't been brought up to have courageous conversation. I know as a woman in my own life, it has been easier for me just to let things go sometimes. And when I do let them go, and I don't speak up about things that are very important to me, I find that they fester and they bother me, and I think about it a lot, and before long, I just don't want anything to do with the person or the situation anymore. Now, we don't want that to happen to you. We don't want you to get burnt out because you're feeling frustrated, perhaps with another volunteer or with a parent. We want you to be able to articulate how you feel and work to find a resolution. And as always, we're always here to help. So you can let us know at any time and we'll be right there with you. So let's say that we have a parent who is perpetually late picking up her daughter. Sometimes she's as much as 15, 20, or even half an hour late. This is costing you time with your family, and you're feeling, understandably, upset about it. You've tried sending home notes. You've tried having parents' meetings, which she's not attended, and you're getting nowhere. Now, if we let this go and we don't have a courageous conversation with Mom, you know who's going to wind up hurting? You are. You're going to begin to feel frustrated and upset, and you're going to come to resent your role as a volunteer because you feel like it's stealing time away from your family. We don't want that to happen. So how are you going to talk to Mom about the situation so that you can both work to find a resolution? One thing you might want to do when you talk to her are stay away from statements that begin with the word you. In other words, we don't want to say, "You make me angry," or "You are always late," or "What's the matter with you?" Instead, let's think about ways that we can begin our sentences with I. I am finding it difficult to make it home in time to feed my family supper because I am waiting for you to come pick up your daughter. Or I understand that you work 2 jobs and that it must be extremely difficult for you. How can you and I work together to solve this problem? Now, there are lots of ways to approach a situation, but it's best to wait until you're calm, until you've slept on it, until you've had time to really think through what you want to say. I know you'll agree with me that beginning the statements with I and having you take ownership for what you're about to say is much more agreeable than beginning those statements with you. We never, ever want to let our girls or parents or other volunteers see us angry or to lash out in anger. So we always want to take time to really think about it and how we can courageously have a conversation about what's going on so that we can solve it together. Thanks very much for your time. We're going to talk more about conflict resolution in some other videos, so make sure you have a look around and come back anytime. Thanks. Bye-bye.